Welcome to Focus English with Cece.
Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome back to Focus English with Cece. I'm Cece, and it is so good to have you tuning in again.
And I'm Tom. Hello, everybody. We are here every day to help you practice and elevate your English. We know learning a language can feel like a long journey, sometimes like climbing a mountain, but we are here to make it fun, practical, and engaging.
Absolutely. Today, we are going to dive into a topic we both deeply love, our favorite books. Books are magical because they can transport us anywhere without leaving our chairs.
That's right. Books are a fantastic window into the language and culture, and they offer an amazing way to expand your vocabulary effortlessly.
Before we get lost in the world of stories, if you enjoy what we do, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to Focus English with CC. It truly helps us so much to keep bringing you these helpful conversations. Now, let's get started.
So, Cece, I can sense that happy energy I mentioned earlier. You are smiling very big today. You must be excited to reveal your number one pick. Let's not delay the magic any longer. Cece, tell us, what is your ultimate favorite book?
Tom, that is a difficult question. It is a very hard question. I have been reading since I was a little girl. I have many books I like. Asking me to pick one is like asking me to choose my favorite star in the sky. There are millions of stars, and they are all beautiful. It's almost impossible to pick just one.
I know, it's hard. I feel the same way. But try. Imagine you are going to a desert island, and you can only take one story. Think about one book that you would recommend to absolutely everyone, a book that stays with you forever.
Okay, that is a good way to think about it. If I had to choose just one, if I really must choose, then one of my very favorite books is Charlotte's Web by E.B. White.
Charlotte's Web. Oh, I know that book. It is very famous. It's considered an American classic, isn't it? Almost every child in America reads it. It's about a pig, right?
Yes, it is a classic. It is a story that people have loved for a long time. And yes, it is about a little pig named Wilbur. He is born on a farm, but there is a problem. He is the smallest pig in the litter.
Wait, Cece, can you explain that word? What is a litter?
Good question. A litter is a group of baby animals born at the same time to the same mother, like a litter of puppies or kittens. So Wilbur is the baby pig, but he is very small and weak. So the farmer, Mr. Arable, unfortunately wants to, do something bad to him. He wants to kill the pig because he thinks the pig is too small.
Oh, yes, I remember now. That is a very sad start to the story. But the farmer's daughter, Fern, saves him. She is a hero. She sees his potential, his tiny little spark of life.
That's right. Fern is a kind little girl. She cries and tells her father, please don't kill him. So she saves him. She feeds him milk from a bottle like a baby. But as Wilbur gets bigger, he cannot stay in the house. The real story begins when Wilbur goes to another farm, Fern's uncle's farm. He lives in a big barn, and there he meets a spider named Charlotte.
A spider! You know, Cece, many people are afraid of spiders. Eek! They have 8 legs, and they look scary. How can a pig and a spider be friends? Usually, in books, the friends are cute animals like rabbits or dogs.
I know, right? It is strange. At first, Wilbur is afraid of her too. But Charlotte is not a normal spider. She is clever and kind. She is very smart. She becomes Wilbur's best friend.
That is sweet, but why does the pig need a spider friend?
Well, Wilbur learns some bad news. The farmer plans to turn Wilbur into ham and bacon for Christmas dinner. Wilbur is terrified. He is scared about his future. He doesn't want to die, and Charlotte promises to save him.
How can a spider save a big pig? That is a funny idea. A spider is so small she cannot fight the farmer. It sounds like a fantastic journey.
It is funny. She doesn't use muscles. She uses her brain. She uses her web. You know, the sticky net that spiders make? She writes words in her web above Wilbur's head.
She writes words. A spider that can spell. That is a great fantasy. It introduces a touch of magic into a very ordinary setting. The farm is normal, but the spider is magical.
Yes, it is fantasy. She writes some pig in the web. The people who see the web think it is a miracle. They think God is sending a message. They think Wilbur is a special pig, so they don't want to hurt him. They think he is famous.
So she uses her intelligence. She tricks the humans by writing. She is a very smart friend. She is an intellectual hero.
Exactly. She works very hard to save him. She is a loyal and smart friend. Do you remember the feeling the book gave you, Tom?
I read it a long time ago. It made me feel many things. It made me feel happy for Wilbur because he was safe, but it also made me feel a little sad towards the end. I won't say why, but it is emotional. There's a beautiful, bittersweet quality to it.
Yes. The story has some sad parts. Life has sad parts. But the book is about the beautiful things in life too, like friendship and kindness. It is a book for children, but the feelings are for everyone.
Yes, a good book has no age. It speaks to the human condition no matter how old you are. I think I need to read it again.
That's a lovely way to put it, Tom. We've established that my favorite is a quiet, emotional story about farm animals. That reflects my personality. Now, I'm eager to hear about your choice. Based on what I know about you, Tom, I expect something a little bigger, maybe more action.
You know me too well, Cece. You are right. My favorite book takes us far away from the quiet farm. We are leaving the barn. My favorite book is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis.
Oh, I know that name. It is extremely famous. It is a famous fantasy story. It is the beginning of a whole world, right?
Yes, it is about 4 children, Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy. Because of the war in London, they are sent away. They go to live in a big old house in the country with a mysterious professor.
That sounds like the start of an adventure. A big house with empty rooms is always exciting in stories.
It is. One day the children are playing hide and seek. Lucy, the youngest girl, hides in a spare room. Inside the room, there is a big old wardrobe.
A wardrobe. That is a good word for our listeners. What is a wardrobe?
A wardrobe is a large wooden cupboard or closet where you hang clothes. So Lucy opens the door and goes inside the wardrobe to hide. She pushes past the fur coats. She walks deeper and deeper, and she doesn't find the back of the wardrobe. She just walks through the coats, and suddenly she feels cold. She finds trees and snow.
Snow inside a wardrobe? No way. That is impossible. The laws of physics are clearly suspended.
Yes, the wardrobe is a magical door. It is a door to a magic world called Narnia.
Narnia? That is a beautiful name. What is it like? Paint me a picture.
It is a land full of talking animals. There are beavers that can cook and talk. There are horses that talk. There are giants and dwarfs.
That sounds amazing and fun. A true escapist's paradise.
It is fun, but there is a big problem. A very bad witch, the White Witch, rules Narnia. She is very powerful and cruel. She makes it always winter, but it never is Christmas.
Always winter? That sounds freezing. And no Christmas? That is so sad. I love Christmas. No presents, no warm food, no family parties. Just cold winter forever?
Yes, it is very sad. The animals are afraid. The witch is cruel. But there is hope. There is a prophecy, a prediction, that 4 human children will help defeat the witch, so the children become heroes.
They do. They learn to be brave, especially Peter, who becomes a leader.
Exactly, and they meet the true king of Narnia, a great lion named Aslan.
A lion? Is he friendly? Lions are usually scary. He sounds formidable.
He is strong and powerful and a little scary because he is so big, but he is not bad. He is very good and kind. He cares about Narnia. The children, with Aslan's help, must fight the witch to save Narnia.
So it is a story about adventure and being brave, and about good fighting against bad.
Right. So, you see, our favorite books are both about animals, but very different. Yours is about a pig and a spider. Mine is about a lion and a war.
That's true, Tom. They are very different. But what they share is a huge heart. They both remind us that true value isn't always seen on the surface. In my book, Charlotte is a spider, but she is nice. In your book, the wardrobe looks like a wooden box, but inside it is a whole world. You know, this makes me think of an idiom. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Ah, don't judge a book by its cover. I have heard this. I know the word judge, but what does that idiom mean in this context?
It means that you shouldn't form an opinion about someone or something just by looking at their external appearance. For example, Charlotte looks scary, but she is nice. The wardrobe looks boring, but it is magical. So the lesson is, don't judge a book by its cover. The outside doesn't tell you the whole story.
That's a brilliant way to explain it. It's a very useful phrase for life, too. You shouldn't judge people by their clothes.
Now, let's talk about what we read today. We talked about children's books, but do you read many fantasy books like yours, Tom?
To be honest, not so many. I like stories that feel real, close to life. I also have a secret. I love romance books.
Romance books? Really? Stories about love and relationships?
Yes, I like stories about people meeting, having problems, and falling in love. They are usually happy stories with a happy ending. I like happy endings.
I see. My sister loves romance books too. She says they are comforting like a warm blanket. My favorite romance book is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen.
Ah, a classic. Everyone knows that name. It's about Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. But, Cece, isn't that book very old? The English is maybe old and difficult. I'm a little intimidated.
The English is a little different, yes, but it is not too difficult. And the story is so funny and romantic, you forget about the old language. Don't worry, you can do it.
Thank you for the encouragement. But sometimes when I read a hard book, I get distracted. I look at my phone. It feels like I'm reading and I'm still stuck on the same page.
I know that feeling, but to finish a book, you just have to keep going page by page. That makes me think of a second idiom. Keep your nose in a book.
Keep your nose in a book. That is a funny image. Does that mean you should stick your face right on the pages?
No, not literally. It means to read often and concentrate deeply. If you keep your nose in a book, it means you are very focused. You are not looking at your phone. If you do this, even with a hard book like Pride and Prejudice, you will finish it.
That's excellent advice. So the message is consistency is key. And remember what we always tell our viewers, reading in English is good practice. But don't start with difficult books. I always tell people to start with books they already know in their language.
That is very good advice. If you read Harry Potter in your mother language, try reading it in English. You already know the story, so it is easier. Also, start with easy books, maybe books for children. The sentences are shorter.
Yes, for example, Charlotte's Web is a perfect book to start with in English. The story is simple, and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is also good. The language is very clear.
Speaking of reading, let's get practical. Tom, where do you like to read? What is your perfect reading place?
I like to read in bed before I sleep. It helps my mind relax after a long day. It is quiet and comfortable. Do you ever read in other places, like on a train or a bus?
Yes, I often read on the bus when I go to work. It makes the travel time pass quickly. It turns wasted time into learning time.
Oh, reading on the bus is difficult for me. I get a little sick. My head feels dizzy. Do you use an e-book reader, like a Kindle?
Sometimes, yes, it is very convenient. I can have hundreds of books in one small, thing. It's great for travel, so my bag isn't heavy. But I also love paper books. I love the smell of paper books, and I like to see the bookmark move through the book. It feels like progress.
Yes, turning the page feels good. Do you ever listen to audiobooks?
Oh, yes. I listen to audiobooks when I cook or when I go for a walk. It's a good way to read when your hands and eyes are busy.
I agree. It's also excellent for English listening practice. You can hear how the words are pronounced by a native speaker. You can hear the emotion in the speaker's voice. Pronunciation and intonation are very important.
Okay, let's go back to our stories for a minute. I like Charlotte, of course, because she is loyal and creative. But I also like Templeton the rat. He is a funny character. He adds a little dark humor.
I like that your book has different types of personalities. Who is your favorite in Narnia?
I love Aslan, the Lion King. He is so strong and wise, but also kind.
Me too, but I also really like Mr. Tumnus, the fawn. He has a good heart, but he is not always brave. He makes mistakes. Characters with flaws feel very real.
Do you think it's important for books to teach a lesson?
Not always. Sometimes it's good to just read for fun, for escape, to forget your problems for a few hours. But a story with a good lesson stays in your heart for a long time.
Tom, you mentioned something interesting earlier. You talked about the symbolism in the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe. You said that Aslan is a symbol. Can you explain why understanding symbolism is helpful for English learners?
Absolutely. It sounds difficult, but it is simple. Understanding symbolism means you go deeper than the simple plot. It means one thing in the story represents another bigger idea. For example, Aslan represents goodness and sacrifice. It's important because it helps you understand the bigger ideas in classic literature. Our understanding changes when we're older and we start seeing these layers.
That is fascinating. Okay, I'm ready for our reading challenge. We should try to read something new. What book will you read next, Tom?
I will accept your challenge. I will read your favorite Pride and Prejudice.
Really? That would be great. You will love it. But you have to read a fantasy book too. It's only fair.
It's a deal. I will read the romance book, and I will read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Excellent. This is a fun plan. Next time we meet, we can talk about our new books.
This has been incredibly motivating, Cece. Before we wrap up, let's quickly review the new words and concepts we discussed today.
Great idea, Tom. Let's do a quick dialogue review of our key takeaways.
So, we talked about symbolism, which is when one thing in the story represents another bigger idea.
Perfect. And we described Charlotte as a loyal friend. Loyal means being faithful and supportive, right?
Exactly. And my favorite type of story, like Narnia, is fantasy. Fantasy is a genre with magic and imaginary things, the opposite of stories that feel real.
And your new book, Pride and Prejudice, is a classic. A classic book is a book that is very important and has been loved for a long, long time. It has passed the test of time.
We also learned two idioms. The first was, don't judge a book by its cover, meaning we shouldn't judge by appearance alone.
And the second was, keep your nose in a book, meaning to read often and concentrate deeply on your reading.
Excellent. That was a great review of all the essential words and phrases.
Remember, learning English is a great time to try new books. Start with short books or books you already know. It will help your vocabulary and grammar in a fun way.
Now it's your turn to practice. Our question of the day is, what is your favorite book and why do you like it? Or, what is a book you would like to read?
Please tell us in the comments below. It is a wonderful way to practice your English writing. If you enjoyed our conversation today, please let us know by giving this video a like.
And don't forget to subscribe to Focus English with CC and click the little bell. That way you won't miss our next video. We hope you have a great day and we hope you find a wonderful book to read. Happy reading, everyone!
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone!